So what we have going on now, what we are looking at is the homepage of magiciansofmagic.com, and we are looking at magic events. If you look at the top navigation bar, you'll see magic events, and you'll see it's split into magic conventions, magic shows, virtual magic events, allied art shows, list your event, and pricing event. We are looking at listing your event, which can be one of any of the four above, including the allied art shows would be things like juggling, ventriloquism, and so forth. I took them off. I took the performance for hire off, the allied arts performance for hire off the site to make things just magic, but you can still add your allied art show there. So to list your event, you click on list your event, and it's going to show you that you need to be registered. So that's what will come in. So you click on how to register if you're not registered. If you're not logged in, you need to log in. I'll show you now the screen as if you are logged in. So what we are doing here is we are looking at the add events. So you'll see the magic events, and then when you go to add an event, this is what will, when you go to list your event, you will see this page, add event. Obviously, I'm now logged in, so you're registered and logged in. Then you get enter listing details, package of the type of event you're listing, which is free. List under magic shows, magic conventions, and or allied art shows. If you want the featured event, it's $9.99 once off US dollars. Okay. Um, so let's fill in an event. Listing expires. Just leave that. It sets automatically. If you're an organizer, you can tick the next block. Event title name. Now what I did find is I found Magic in Paradise, a quick show with David Kuraya, formerly of Annabelle's. So this will be Magic in Paradise with David. So let's just paste that, Magic in Paradise with David Kuraya, and it's a show. I will now fill in the rest of the details, and then I will show you what happens when you get to the bottom. You fill in your event description, your category. Your category would be convention shows, it's magic show, the address, which you can then peg, and so on. So let me fill that in. If there's any issues that I need to discuss, I'll discuss it with you. And today is the 7th of the 1st, 2025. And in Cape Town, it's 10:39 in the evening. So we'll see if this actually shows up on Google as well. We'll see in a day or two. Let me fill it in, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so what I have done is I've filled in most of the details. So if you remember, we had free event, listing expires, automatic, event, magic in paradise with David Karaya, the description of the event from the actual page, category magic shows, the address. Yeah, you've got to just check your address is correct. For instance, the address on the listing is actually in Philippines, so you've got to just check that it's in the right area. And then you've got the event start date, event end date, the time. You can have recurring events, but this is just a single event time from 7:30 to 9:30. The phone number of the organizer, the email, the website. You can put in Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and you can put in video share code, which I must actually put in, and then your event registration info. So you can just put a link to the actual ticket site. The Magicians of Magic does also have a facility to sell tickets for your event. I just haven't made that available on the site itself yet through a wallet type feature. And then you can put in your images, download a brochure if you've got a brochure, so that'll be a PDF. Your registration fees, you've got to accept the terms and conditions, the email for the newsletter, which I always just put my own email address in there. Then when you get to links, is this event linked to any other category on the site? Example, Hire a Magician, Magic Groups, etc. That is if you are linked on Hire a Magician or you belong to a club that's listed on the site, for instance, Hawaii Magic Club, if there was one. Perhaps there is. Then you would put that, and it was listed. You would type it in, and you would say Hawaii, and it would search and show you that Magic Club. But there's nothing obviously for this at this point. Then if he had listed an online magic performance video, which is also a category on the site, you could link to it here to show that video. then you would submit your listing. So let's just go and take his actual video. Uh, let's see, share, YouTube. I just want to get the share, and then we'll go from there. Share, copy that, close that off, and where was the video? Video. So you can put the link in there, and that should come up. So then we filled in the event, right? We're now going to submit the listing. Uh, a part following should not contain the symbol. Perhaps there's a space there. Let's do that again, and we go back down and submit listing. You can also preview a listing, which will show you what that looks like now. This is what it would look like. I have to then manually authorize that. But event Kahai Magic in Paradise with David Karaya, there he is, and then you would have profile and info. So there's a bit of story about the event, the date, the time, the event registration, fees, etc. Photos, which would be his photo. There's a video, magic of which we've now put in. Contact details in the map. Social would be if there was any. There's a website, but if there was any Twitter, X, not Facebook either, Meta, etc. That would be listed there, and then similar nearby would be other shows that have been listed or in that area. Matthew Singer, for instance, is away. And that would be what the preview looks like. So let me go and authorize this, and then we'll see the final. Okay, so we're back at the page. I have authorized this page now. Why it says event Kihai instead of just Magic in Paradise is with David Kuraya is I have messed with the titles. I might change that again as well. But either way, you'll have your title of your actual show, Magic in Paradise with David Correa, in there. I will check Google tomorrow and let's just see if it's actually up there. If anybody's interested, if you look for Magic in Paradise with David Correa tomorrow on Google, and let's see if Magicians of Magic has come up with the event. You would also receive an email, which I'll show you when you submit this for listing. I'll show you that. This is the email you would receive to say that, Dear Kenny, you submitted the below listing information, and then email is just for information, Magic in Paradise, and then it will click you to that email, to that link on the page, the preview. I would have received the same thing and had to pre-authorize it as the administrator on the site. So let me show you what the site sends you when the publisher. So this is the email you would receive when I have approved it and it's been published successfully. Your listing has been published. The email is just for information, and then it gives you a link to the listing itself. Uh, I'm going to come back to you. Thought what I'd quickly show you is now let's go. We're on the site homepage again. Let's go to the events, magic events, and let's just look at all magic events. So clicking on the first one will give you all magic events, which gives you then a map and all events everywhere. That would be a Y. That little red dot, which the red is in magic show, and these are conventions in the blue. The actual the shortcut, the showing the shortcuts for that will be further down. But as is last, you'll have Magic in Paradise with David Kuraya, and you'll see him listed there. The fact that there's a contact form is because I've filled in an email. So what will happen at this point is the contact form. If you click on that and somebody fills that in, it is going to go to that actual directly to that email address, info at whatever Pro Arts Theatre. I might change that, but that's how it stands at present.